Good morning, everyone. 12th class. Accountancy. Chapter 4. Change in profit sharing ratio. And today's topic is treatment of English period is there. Treatment of accumulated profits and reserves. Accumulated profits and reserves. Let's take an example. Before understanding the topic, suppose A and B are two partners and in their balance sheet, general reserve is there. General reserve. And the amount is 20,000. And their ratio is equal. And this is their new ratio, old ratio. And they have decided to change their ratio. And now their new ratio will be 3:2. Clear? So now suppose they are distributing this general reserve because the reserves are meant for the partners. Why? Because they are the appropriations and the partners have made from the profits. So as like the profits are shared, so if the partners want, they can also share all the accumulated profits and reserves in their profit sharing ratio. So whenever there is a change in the partners ratio or there is a reconstitution of the firm, then the reserves and the accumulated profits are distributed among the partners. So now suppose the old ratio of the partners is A and B. So if we are distributing the general reserve, then definitely A must be getting rupees 10,000 because half of the general reserve A will be getting and B also will be getting rupees 10,000. This will be their share in the general reserves. Okay. So now suppose they have decided not to share. As I told you that it is up to the wish of the partners whether they want to share the general reserve or not. If they want to share, then the general reserve and all the accumulated profits will be distributed in old ratio. But now suppose they have decided that they will not be sharing the general reserves. Why? Because sharing of general reserves may weaken their financial position. You all know that general reserves are created to strengthen the financial position of the business. So they may decide not to general reserve. If the general reserve is not distributed at this date, so in future, the profit sharing ratio will become 3:2. So now, suppose after 2 years of their change in profit sharing ratio, they decided to distribute the reserve. So this they will be getting in present and in future, what amount they will be getting from general reserve. Suppose in future, the amount of the general reserve remains same, which is 20,000. So 20,000 into 3/5. As A's ratio in future will be 3/5. So it's 12,000. Here, so A will be getting 12,000 and B will be getting 8,000. Because in future, the general reserve will be distributed in new ratio. And in present, the general reserve will be distributed in old ratio. Clear? The general reserve will be distributed in old ratio and in future new ratio. So now you can see that if the partners are distributing the general reserve right now at the time of change in profit sharing ratio, then A is getting 10,000 and in future A will be getting 2,000. So in future A will be the gainer for rupees 2,000. And what about B? Right now, B is getting 10,000 and in future, he will be getting 8,000. This change, this gain or this deficiency has arisen just because of change in their profit sharing ratio. So you can say A is gainer here by rupees 2,000 and B is sacrificer here. By rupees 2000. So again, the gain ratio and the sacrificing share is same. So this is the reason that the general reserves are mostly distributed at the time of the reconstitution of the firm. So there may be the two cases whenever we are having the treatment for the accumulated profits and reserve. There may be the two cases. Which two cases? Write down. Yes, wait a minute. Accumulated profits and reserves. Write down these two cases. Partners want to distribute. Partners want to distribute. Partners don't want to distribute. Make this web chart as it is very important, and this will decide the later portion of the chapter. So don't want to distribute. Want to distribute means they are ready to share the all accumulated profits and reserve. Clear? And don't want to distribute means they have agreed upon that they are not going to distribute the general reserve profits and the other accumulated profits. So in both the cases, two different treatments will be there. So you have to be very careful while reading the question that whether they want to distribute or they don't want to distribute. They want to distribute or they don't want to distribute. If the question is silent, remember, if the question is silent, then the general reserves must be distributed. As nothing is mentioned in the question about the distribution of the reserves, then you will do this one treatment. You will be distributing. Once you have distributed all the reserves, accumulated profits, it means reserves and accumulated profits do not exist more. So it means not shown in new balance sheet. Not shown in new balance sheet. Not shown in new balance sheet. Clear? So this can be the again one marker question. If the general reserves and the accumulated profits are shown distributed, then whether they will be shown in the balance sheet or not. So your answer will be no. If the general reserves are distributed, distributed means there is no more accumulated profits, no more general reserve. So once anything is distributed, then how it could be shown in the balance sheet. And in this case, they will be shown in the balance sheet. Shown in the balance sheet. Shown in the balance sheet. Clear? So they will be shown in the balance sheet. Again, very important one marker question. When the general reserves and accumulated profits will be shown in the balance sheet at the time of reconstitution. When they are not distributed. When they are not distributed. Now let's come to the accounting treatment. This was all about the theoretical portion of the topic. So the accounting treatment, when the partners want to distribute, we all know that all the accumulated profits and reserves have credit balance. They have credit balance. You all know reserves, profits, provisions, all have credit balance as these all are internal liabilities. What is the nature of all these? One marker again, very important question. These all are internal liabilities. And all the internal liabilities have credit balance. Clear? Yes. Along with the capital, all these are the internal liabilities and the long-term borrowings, non-current liability, current liability are the external liabilities. Clear? So there is a liability, it is a liability, and you all know that all the liabilities are always credited. So in the balance sheet, they are shown on the liability side. Now you want to distribute them. Distribute means they will be no more in future. So they are having the credit balance and you just want to distribute. So they must be debited. Write down the journal entry for the distribution of all reserves. If it is general reserve, then we will be debiting the general reserve. If it is the P&L account means accumulated profits which are left in the profit and loss account. till now you have not distributed them. So P&L account, which balance? Only the credit balance, because in P&L there may be debit balance, which means the loss. General reserve account debit, profit and loss account debit. WCR, workmen compensation reserve. WCF, workmen compensation fund. Any of these reserves may be given in the question, and this is very important journal entry in the chapter 5, 6, 7, in all the chapters this entry will be used. Okay, so general reserve account debit, profit and loss account debit, workmen compensation or workmen compensation fund account debit, investment fluctuation reserve, IFR, or IFF, investment fluctuation fund. Anything can be given. Account debit. All these are the examples of accumulated profits and reserve. Any one or any two may be given in the question. Clear? Then the reserve fund. Reserve fund may be given. Then contingency reserve. One more example, contingency reserve. All these are the examples of reserves. Clear? All these are the examples of reserves. So these all will be debited. Why debited? As all these have credit balance. And we just want to distribute them. So they must be debit. It means we do not want to show them in the balance sheet. If anything is removed from the balance sheet, it means the account is closed. So reserve, profit and loss, WCR, IFR, reserve fund, contingency reserves, all accounts will be closed. So they must be debited. 2, partners capital. Suppose there are 2 partners. So 2A is capital, and if the capitals are fixed, then the current account. A is capital, 2A is current account. Now the suppose other partner is B. So B is capital / current account. If the capitals are fixed, then the current account will be written. Now the narration being reserves distributed in old ratio. So this is the important thing which you have to learn, that these reserves will always be distributed in old ratio. Again, one marker important question. If there are accumulated profits in the balance sheet and partners want to distribute, then in what ratio they will be distributing it? So the answer is old ratio. As in partnership, total 4 ratios are there: old ratio, new ratio, gaining ratio, sacrificing ratio. So many questions can be framed on the topic of ratio, theoretical questions. So whatever is there in the balance sheet, to writing of that amount, to closing down the account of that particular item which is given in the balance sheet, always the old ratio is used. Always which ratio is used? Old. As yesterday I told you how the existing goodwill is written off. So existing goodwill means present in the balance sheet. So there also I told you that the existing goodwill will be written off only in the old ratio. Now let's do 1 or 2 questions. Then we will do for the don't want to distribute. So this is the treatment. This is the only treatment when the general reserve, profit and these two, let me tell you one thing, that these two are very important, WCR and IFR. Underline these 2 reserves because they both have many cases. And the most important topic of this chapter is this, treatment of WCR and IFR. We will be also doing it in the later class. Complete 1 class will be there for the treatment of WCR and IFR. But suppose in the question, WCR and IFR is given without any information, then these will be normally distributed. Clear? Now write down 1 question for your practice. Again, I'm telling you the journal entry again. And if any of these reserves is given and it is mentioned, this entry will be passed when it is mentioned that they do not want to show the reserves in the balance sheet or they want to distribute, then this entry will be passed. That particular reserve will be debited and the partner's capital or the current account will be credited in old ratio, and this entry will be done in chapter 4, chapter 5, chapter 6 and chapter 7. In all these chapters, the same entry will be followed. and this entry will be very much there in all the chapters. Okay, so now write down one question, then we will go for the next part of the chapter. Write down A, B, C are three partners and their ratio is 3:1. This is old ratio, and they have decided to change their ratio, and this is their new ratio, equal. So they have decided that in future they are going to share profits in equal ratio, and general reserve is there, rupees 60,000. And one more thing is there, P&L, and in bracket it is mentioned debit. P&L debit is there, rupees 90,000. These two things are given, and it is mentioned that pass necessary journal entry. Okay, so debit balance of P&L means losses. So for loss, the entry will be reversed, because if there is any type of accumulated losses, partner's capital will be decreased. So whatever the entry I have told you for profits, for losses the entry will be reversed. So if here only the P&L is mentioned, its nature is not mentioned, then you have to consider that it's the credit balance. It's the credit balance. Okay, so I'm just waiting, solve it. I have given you just 2 minutes to solve it. No, there will be two entries, because in one entry the capital will be credited, and in the other entry the capital account will be debited, because one is the profit and the other one is the loss. 90,000. P&L is 90. Beta, you people are not getting anything, you can ask in between. Okay? So you need to just pass an entry, as I have not mentioned in this question that they want to distribute or not. So I told you that when the question is silent, then the reserves will be distributed among the partners. The reserves will be distributed among the partners, and you can see here two ratios are there. So I told you that the ratio will be used old. So general reserve is having the credit balance, so it will be debited. So first entry will be this. General reserve account debit, and the capital nature is not mentioned, so we will assume that it is the fluctuating capital. So to A's capital, B's capital, and to C's capital account. And which ratio you are going to use is the, very good, very good. You are going to use is the old ratio. So the total amount of general reserve is 60,000. Now it will be distributed in 3:1. So it's 30. So it's 30, 20, and 10. And this entry is so important that this entry will be used in the complete whole book of the partnership. So try to keep this entry in your memory. Whenever general reserves are there, in each chapter, this entry will be passed. Not only the general reserve, all the reserves, whichever I have told you while explaining the topic. Now you can see that profit and loss account is the debit balance. Debit balance of P&L means loss. Here, so for losses, the entry will be just reversed. It means A's capital account debit. This will be the entry for loss. B's capital account debit. C's capital account debit to profit and loss account. If we want to distribute anything, then that particular thing is reversed. Reverse means if it is having the credit balance, then it will be debited. If it is having the debit balance, very good Ambika, then it will be credited. So here the losses are 90,000. Now this loss will be divided in 3:1. So what is the amount? Yes, Hitesh, what is the amount you have found? 45, 30, and 15. Now suppose, let's take one more example, the same case. Now suppose this debit balance is not written here. Okay. So this debit balance is not written here. P&L 90,000 is given. So when the nature of profit and loss is not mentioned, we will assume it credit balance. So now you can see this is the credit balance, this is the credit balance. So need not to pass two different entries. You will be just passing one combined entry because these both accounts will be debited. So now in this case, the general entry will be general reserve account debit, profit and loss account debit to A's capital, to B's capital and to C's capital. Now, general reserve is 60,000 and P&L is 90,000. You are going to add these two figures, which will be 150. 150 will be distributed in 3, 2, 1. So what will be the answer? 75, 50 and 25. So if all the credit balances are given, then you need to pass the combined entry. Because the same entry, there is no need to pass two times because the entry is same. So we will be passing like this. Clear? I hope I am clear with the topic. Now the second portion, second example in which it is mentioned in the question that partners do not want to distribute the reserves. Partners do not want to distribute the reserves. When partners decided not to distribute reserves. So in this case, now let's take the same example, A, B, C and their old ratio 3, 2, 1. Here, and they have changed their ratio with 1:1:1 equal. And the general reserve is there, 60,000. But now one line is given in the question that partners have decided not to distribute the reserves. Not to distribute. So in this case, how you are going to do? In this case, step 1, write down, whenever partners have decided not to distribute reserves, then you will be doing the same treatment which yesterday I told you for goodwill. Gainer to sacrificer entry. The journal entry will be passed as gainer partners capital account debit to sacrificer partners capital account. So step 1, find out who is gainer, who is sacrificer. Yes, find out fast. A, B, C, and we will be finding out the sacrificing ratio, old ratio minus new ratio. So find out, everyone, old ratio minus new ratio. Old ratio minus new ratio. So here it will be 1/6 positive. Positive means A is sacrificer. Positive means A is sacrificer. And in B, you must be getting 0. 0 means with the change in ratio, there is no effect on B. He is neither sacrificer nor gainer. Now come to C. C must, we must be getting, yes, -1/6. So we can say C is the gainer partner. So as I told you, the same journal entry you will be passing, which you were passing in the accounting treatment of goodwill. So now find out the amount. So A's share in general reserve. General reserve amount is 60,000. Now you are not going to distribute it. So multiplied by sacrificing partner share like we were doing with the goodwill. So it's 10,000. Now multiply by C's share in general reserve, same amount we will be getting. So there is no need of multiplication. In mind also you can do. And now the journal entry will be passed, gainer to sacrificer. Who is gainer? C. So C's capital account debit to A's capital account. C's capital account debit to A's capital account with 10,000. Now let's see how this amount has come. Okay, so for doing this, we have used the gaining ratio or sacrificing ratio. But suppose the partners were distributing the reserves. So in present, if they were distributing the reserves, then what amount the each partner will be getting? 2A, 2B, 2C. In the old ratio, 60,000, 30, 20 and 10. And in future, ये आपका old ratio है 3:1. So suppose they have not distributed the reserves now, but in future after 2 years they decided to distribute the reserves. So in future the reserves will be distributed in new ratio. So the now amount will be general reserve 2A, 2B, 2C, and the amount will be 20,000 to each partner. So you can see that in present A is getting 30,000, but in future he will be getting 20,000. So A is in loss of 10,000. And here you can see B was earlier getting 20,000, and after the change in ratio, he is again getting 20,000. So there is no profit, no loss to B. Then in case of C, earlier C was getting 10,000, now he is getting 20,000. So think about this situation. Then when the partners know this thing that in future there will be loss of A and the profit of C, but the reserves are the result of the hard efforts of the partners. So why the A will be ready to bear this loss? So to compensate A, C has already given him 10,000 rupees. So he has compensated A in present. So if they have not distributed the reserves, so what will be the, whatever will be the effect of the reserves in the future, that will be compensated by the gainer partner to the sacrificer partner in present, so that the effect is nullified. You can see that in present A was getting 30, but in future he will be getting 20. So A is in loss of rupees 10,000. So this 10,000 will be compensated to A by C in present, so that there is no sacrifice or there is no loss of A. So this is the whole concept of the topic, that when the partners do not want to distribute the reserve, then this simple journal entry is passed. What is the journal entry? Gainer partner capital account debit to sacrificer partner's capital account. I have explained these two journal entry for your understanding. You need not to do these two journal entry. Instead of passing these two journal entry, you will be passing only one entry. This is gainer partner capital account debit to sacrificers partner capital account. So when the partners are ready to distribute the reserve, again I am telling you, when the partners are ready to distribute the reserve, then one entry will be passed, which is that entry, reserves, any reserve is there. So that will be debit to partners capital account. Which ratio? Old ratio. Okay. When partners are not ready to pass the reserve, then which entry? To distribute the reserve. Then which entry will be passed? Gainer partner capital account debit to sacrificer partners capital account. In which ratio? Sacrificing ratio. Okay, so these two are the entries. So what entries to be passed, it will be depending on your careful reading of the question. If you are not reading the question carefully, it means your answer will be 100% wrong. So when the reserves will be distributed and you are going to make the new balance sheet, not shown in the new balance sheet, as you have already distributed the reserves. Again, one marker question. But when you have not distributed the reserves, it means reserves are intact. There is no change in the reserves. So they will be shown in the balance sheet. Again, one marker question. Shown in balance sheet. Clear? So this is all about today's topic. Only these two journal entry we have done. They want to distribute reserve to P&L. They do not want to distribute gainer partner capital account debit to sacrificer partner capital account. And this is not a new entry. Yesterday itself, we have done this entry for goodwill treatment. So if there is any confusion, you can do, you can keep in memory like this, the same entry will be passed, which we have passed for the treatment of goodwill. Now open your book